BART trains are up and running after service was shut down this morning.
It was a brutal start to the Friday morning commute. Hours of delays, detours for commuters who were forced to find another way to get around. Started around 4:30 this morning when the agency sent out an alert about the closure. Now, it blamed that disruption on its, quote, network devices connectivity. Translation? The backup computers had trouble connecting. So this took about 5 hours to restore service, which came back online around 9:30 this morning.
All day, our team has been investigating why the train stopped and the ripple effects around the Bay Area.
We're talking gridlock on bridges, extra crowded buses, full ferries. And tonight, a local lawmaker says if you thought this was bad, wait till you see what happens if we don't boost BART funding soon. NBC Bay Area's Christie Smith joins us live at the Embarcadero BART station. So this lawmaker is saying this was a mayhem run-through of sorts.
Absolutely, he says, and something to keep an eye on. But boy, tonight, trains and commuters are on the move again, and nightmare and inconvenience were some of the words that we heard when we spoke with people, as thousands of people had to find another way to get around this morning. But State Senator Scott Wiener says this really underscores how essential BART is to the Bay Area, and also serves as a reminder that supporting transit should be a priority. At the Embarcadero BART station, it was the sound riders were waiting hours to hear today. BART trains rolling again after a computer error brought the entire system to a halt this morning. The result, thousands of commuters trying to find another way to get from here to there, and for many, it was a detour that cost them both time and money.
I was not expecting it to be not working today. I had a meeting to catch at 9, and instead of taking the BART, I had to take a $120 Uber ride from Hayward.
He was still late, delayed in heavy traffic trying to cross the Bay Bridge.
Definitely an inconvenience.
Yellow tape and signs were posted at this station letting riders know the trains weren't going anywhere.
When I arrived, they told me that everything was off in all the stations and that the only way to go to Oakland was to take like multiple buses. They apologized.
BART said the problem was related to a network connectivity issue. Other transit service agencies, including AC Transit, stepped up to try and fill the gap. San Francisco Bay Ferry tells us they swapped larger ferries into service and say morning ridership was up 60% compared to other recent Fridays.
It really has massive impacts on the region, and it's yet another reminder of how critical, how essential BART is to the lifeblood, to the functioning of the Bay Area, and why we need to make sure that BART succeeds.
State Senator Scott Wiener says there's another lesson in today's commute chaos. He notes BART is headed for a fiscal cliff, and unless something is done to boost funding, you can expect drastic cuts to service every day.
We're working very hard right now in the state budget to provide more support for transit. But more significantly, to authorize, I have legislation that I'm moving forward with my colleague, Senator Jesse Argine from the East Bay, to authorize a regional Bay Area revenue measure for transit so that we can create longer-term sustainability.
A reminder just how critical reliable public transit has become for so many in the Bay Area.
I'm going to be late to the office for sure.
Again tonight, some very relieved commuters as things are getting back to normal. Now, BART is saying that they're still working out the specifics, but they don't think there was any foul play related to this morning's network failure. Reporting live in San Francisco, Christie Smith, NBC Bay Area News.